Guys, before I get started on this review, I just want to say that I actually did watch Extreme Rules. The only problem is that my feed went out, so I didn't really have a chance to watch the entire show. I watched a few tidbits and I did a preview as well as do a SmackDown review, but I did not upload it yet. So, what I decided to do was I decided to have a wrestling recap playlist that I'm going to actually put on my YouTube channel. If anybody wants to see my reviews or see exactly what I had to say about the previews for any kind of pay-per-view, whether or not it's a day late or a few weeks late, I'm going to put it in that playlist. So if you're interested, it's going to be in that playlist. So guys, without further ado, let's get started with this review. As usual, the Raws after a really good pay-per-view never disappoint. Okay, sure, we have a few pay-per-views that have disappointed us, and we've had Raws after the pay-per-views have disappointed us even more. But on the real, this was a really good Raw. I enjoyed myself. The way they actually did open up the show was amazing. A 19-man battle royal for the U.S. Championship with Dean Ambrose pretty much having to fight for his life throughout that entire match. It was amazing. And honestly, I am highly impressed on how Dean Ambrose has been the U.S. champion as of late. Before, yeah, he almost had it for a full year, but he really never defended it. But he really did show himself as a true champion on down until he lost it to Sheamus. And even though I really was kind of disappointed that he lost it to Sheamus because of the way he actually fought so hard, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a waste. I mean, Sheamus has been there, done that, got the T-shirt. Well, I mean, not so much with the U.S. title, but the guy actually was a World Heavyweight Champion. So why is he going to go back to getting the U.S. title? But regardless, the way that it ended, even though Sheamus won, it still was an awesome match. Dean Ambrose looked like the true champion that he is. I am highly impressed with Ambrose the Great. Now, moving on to other matches. Honestly, guys, I didn't care much about the Cinco de Mayo segment that was with the Los Menadores. I did not see the WLC match that was actually on the pay per view. I'm gonna go back and watch it, but from what I'm hearing, it was absolutely hilarious. But I really didn't care much for this segment, even though I mean it's Cinco de Mayo. It's I just didn't really care. I didn't care at all, honestly. But the one thing that kind of shocked me is there was absolutely positively no divas at all tonight, except for Brie. And the whole segment, I guess the whole backstage segments with Brie and Stephanie and Daniel Bryan, I guess was interesting. It kind of seemed like a real bad horror movie. Like seriously, it was a bad B horror movie to me, in my opinion, and especially the way that Brie was screaming. Didn't sell it, but I found it hilarious. I'm sorry, I just couldn't help but laugh. It was like probably the worst cheesy horror movie I have ever seen in my entire life. Seriously. The only thing that was really creepy was last week when Kane tried to drag her under the ring. It was kind of creepy, but tonight it was downright funny. I'm sorry, it really was. Even on up to Stephanie trying to be serious when she kept literally cracking a smile. It was that corny. But I really did enjoy myself, so I'm not hating on it completely. The one thing I'll say is that I don't know what to say about Jack Swagger. Poor guy. Like seriously, poor guy. He was in the U.S. Championship match, but I can't really say it was poor guy for him because he ended up being like what the third guy to get thrown, the third guy that was left in the ring to get thrown out by Dean Ambrose. So honestly, he really did do so bad tonight. But I will say Cesaro, as usual, pretty much out tops him always by far. He ended up having another match with RVD that didn't really go over cleanly, which makes me happy because that means they're going to actually continue with a feud with those two. I don't know what they're going to do with Jack Swagger, but the fact that he literally got played out by Adam Rose, tossed out the ring, and actually, I enjoy Adam Rose's character. I really do. You have a lot of fun with somebody like that. Seriously. The fact that he had the Exotic Express come in with a bunny, guy dressed up as a bunny suit, having a ball, coming out to the ring, dancing and just singing. And I'm not gonna lie, that his stage music, his music coming on, his entrance music is extremely catchy. Very catchy. More catchy than Fandango's. But I really enjoy Adam Rose. I can't wait to see more of Adam Rose. Seriously, I enjoy that character a lot. But the thing is that they did some recaps of Extreme Rules. Of course, they talked about the Shield versus Evolution, and they talked about Daniel Bryan versus Kane, which pretty much went on throughout the night. But the creepiest segment of them all, the creepiest moment in that entire ring, the creepiest promo, what have you, of the entire night. Oh my gosh, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt gets creepier and creepier and creepier and creepier by the days, by every single day, the days that go on. This guy is uber creepy. I don't know. And I guess the crowd really didn't catch on. I mean, before he had a lot of people behind him, and then he brought out the creepy kid last night. I'm sorry. I don't know what's with all of these shows and movies that have creepy children, but when you have those creepy kids make everything in the entire arena just feel so wrong. Like, seriously, that is how well his character is being played. And his words, his promo is alone is absolutely amazing for a character like him. I was literally creeped out after every single sentence that man said. I was creeped out. That is how well his character is played. That is how well his words are. Seriously, he knows how to write for himself. For real, I have like the utmost respect for Bray Wyatt's character. But I'm wondering what's going to happen with the family. It seems like more they're focused on Bray Wyatt. What's going to happen with the Wyatt family? I'm kind of wondering how they kept putting the camera back on Luke Harper. And I'm like, okay, is Luke Harper thinking something? Is he thinking about possibly taking down Bray Wyatt? I don't know. That's just me mentally. But honestly, I really think that they actually got John Cena creeped out for real. Not even just as like part of the storyline. I think they really did creep him out. But honestly, y'all, I can't wait to hear his response for main event. I'm curious to hear what he has to say. But Bray Wyatt, oh my goodness. We saw him like twice for his promo and for the main event of the night, which was once again we've seen before, the Shield versus the Wyatt family. It wasn't as epic and as extreme as it was the first time they fought because it had a lot of build going into it. But it was just a random match just for Evolution to come in. But like I said, you guys know how I personally feel about Evolution. The fact that Evolution lost at Extreme Rules against the Shield, they should have ended at that. Like, seriously, should have like completely been done and just ended at that. But they didn't. They're going to continue with the feud. But another one of my favorites tonight was Big E versus Bad News Barrett. I'm a huge fan of Bad News Barrett. I love Bad News Barrett because I love that type of character. I love a decent, arrogant heel. He's a jerk heel, but still, he's one of those heels that, sure, he may have like one of the sexiest accents I've ever heard in my life. But regardless of all that, he is a great heel. He is a great character. He gets people to like him even though they're supposed to boo him, and he had to literally switch the crowd up by literally making fun of the crowd to get people to hate him because people liked him so much even though they knew he was a heel. That's how good of a heel you are. Like, seriously. I love Bad News Barrett. I'm happy that he still kept the belt. Even though he did it in a sneaky way, it was a great way to do it. I'm happy. Yay. We need to have a heel champion for once, and he's a great heel champion for the IC belt. But y'all, I barely have any complaints tonight about this Raw. I really enjoyed myself. It was quite entertaining to watch. It really was. Even the whole cheesy B horror movie segment with Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, I enjoyed it. I really did. But y'all, I want to hear your thoughts about this Raw. Leave a comment in the comment section below and send me a video response on how you feel about this Raw. Did you have as much fun as I did when I saw Adam Rose come out? Seriously, y'all, I really want to hear your response. It's Nate Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.